people call me Luci. And my company, the name of my company is Bonita Merida Local Tour. I've been doing tours in Merida for 4 years now.
Okay.
But my family is from here.
Okay.
But since I was a kid, we used to come here a lot.
Okay.
My parents really love Yucatan. So, so actually, like Yucatecan blood runs through my veins. I think that for me as a person, the most important thing is to give them like this personal, make them feel like part of it. And in order to do that, you really need to be close to them. So because the most important thing for me is that they can enjoy the moment and the experience.
Sure.
So based on that, I design personal tours.
Okay.
By asking them several questions, and from that questions, then I know which cenotes to choose or which places that I'm pretty sure they're gonna enjoy.
Yucatan is a little special in that it's been closed. So there's nothing open, or there hasn't been anything open until the beginning of really this month. The cenotes open, the archaeological sites started to open back up, and so I think this is the perfect time to be talking about things to do in the Yucatan now that there's a reopening of the economy as well as the tourist locations are open with the exception of the government-run cenotes. The archaeological sites,
Uxmal is
open.
Mayapan is open.
Okay.
Celestun, Chichen Itza.
All are open.
All now open. Yeah.
Yeah, those are we've only been to Chichen Itza. So now that things are starting to open, is there anything that's restricted in terms of cenotes are 7 days a week or?
No, for example, right now, archaeological sites are open now.
Okay.
Haciendas are open only from Monday to Friday.
Okay.
Cenotes that belongs to INA. INA is the institute that is part of culture.
Okay. Okay.
That they are considered like historical parts.
Okay.
That belong to INA. That is called INA. They are still closed.
Okay.
So the only ones that are open are private cenotes.
Okay. So there are public cenotes that the government has kind of, as far as the cultural centers,
exactly.
Those are still closed.
They still closed.
But if it's on private property like Uxmal
exactly.
or
these like these small towns that they have cenotes that don't belong to INA.
Okay.
Then we have the connections and we can visit those cenotes.
Is there a safety difference or an amenity difference between a private cenote and the ones that are owned by INA?
Yes, prices.
Okay.
Prices.
Less or more?
Well, depends. Like for example, the Hacienda Mocoche.
Okay.
It's the most expensive one.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that is the most expensive one. And the rest, well, depends on the prices. Like 200 pesos, 150 pesos. Like depends.
Yeah.
What cenote, or for example, there are places that has two cenotes.
Okay.
So you can see, to see the difference.
Got it.
But starting by the end of October,
they're
gonna start closing at 5.
Oh.
Because they
gets darker.
Yeah. What I do is like, okay, let's visit like an archaeological site. Then after spending, because there's a lot of things to see there. I have tourists that we have spent a little bit more than 4 hours, depending on the place. Like for example, Uxmal, that is a place that they really enjoy. So after that, then we go to an hacienda, and then they can go and walk around, and after that we can eat there. So we're not in a hurry. Actually, I never put like a schedule or a time, because what I really want from them is to enjoy. So time, there's no limit in time. It's up to you.
What are some of the things that are in Merida proper that you would recommend?
And in Merida proper, I think walking tours.
Walking tours, okay.
And again, it's like walking around the city because there's so many places to stop, museums, or if you want like to have a little bit of fun, there's a bar tour
or bar crawl.
Yeah, bar.
That's not possible now, right? Because
actually, for example, like some of them they're starting to open.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
It's not even the alcohol, It's like to live the experience of being in Mexico,
sure.
Surrounded by this music, and there is like completely whole new experience.
So but outside of Merida, there are tons of cenotes,
And then we're just talking about cenotes, but there's also flamingos, being, in between the mangroves.
Okay.
And it's like watching the sunset.
Okay.
In on a canoe.
Okay.
And it's where the sanctuaries of birds, we stop there and then you can hear all the sounds of the birds arriving by the sunset.
Oh, wow.
So living that experience, that is an experience.
And that's in Celestun?
Close to Progreso.
Progreso?
That one is close to Progreso.
Oh.
But in Celestun, you can take a boat or kayaking, in the mangroves. And those are two different trips.
Oh, wow.
Depending of what you want. You're here and what type of experiences do you want to live.
Excellent. So you can customize an experience for any level of taste or any type of experience you want to live, whether that's a city tour, whether that's visiting cenotes or archaeological sites, or even spending a day at the beach. You can customize a tour based on any of those things.
Yeah.
What are your top 5 places to visit close to Merida? Number 1, what's your number 1 place? Uxmal, number 1. Number 2? Mayapan. Number 3?
Yaxcopoil, Hacienda.
Yaxcopoil that's the one we went to, right? Okay. Number 4.
Number 4, Celestun with the flamingo.
Okay, and finally, top 5.
The sanctuary of birds.
Okay, alright.
The sunset. Those are my top 5. And the cenotes.
I was gonna say I didn't give a cenote anywhere in there. So cenotes.
It's a really hard question because I'm in love with cenotes.
Sure.
To be honest, I'm in love with everything, but cenotes has something really special.
Okay.
But depends on what you want, because they're really we have 3 types of cenotes: the open ones, the semi-open, and the closed one in caves.
Okay.
So according to what you like or what you feel like, because some people doesn't like to be in caves.
Sure.
Sure. What kind of experience do you want to live?
Okay.
But for sure, if you visit Yucatan, you must go to a cenote.
Is there a favorite cenote that you?
Yes, it's called Cenote Sambula.
Sambula, okay.
Yeah, for me, I really love it because it's like a swimming pool.
Okay.
So you can really enjoy being there, sitting, wearing a life vest. It's really safe.
Is it
not deep? Not deep at all.
Oh, really? Okay.
So, that is one of my favorites.
So we just visited our first cenote 3 weeks ago. It was Mucuche. And it's on our YouTube channel, Mexitplans, and it was extraordinary. And I think that one, and I don't know, this is just from my experience, but it seemed extremely family friendly. It's very well built out as a cenote, so and it seemed extremely safe. Would you say that the other cenotes are similar to that, or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. Yeah.
Yes, and actually, what is good about it is that some people doesn't like really deep cenotes.
Okay.
So we have different. Some of them look like a swimming pool.
Okay.
So it's a place where you can reach, You know, you can even sit there, you know, or really deep where you can jump. You know, so it depends on what you want.
So you have all sorts of, you have an option for everybody in terms of cenotes.
Yeah.
So that's you do tours for one person up to 15 or 20. Do you provide transportation, or so you help with arranging transportation? Is there anything that someone needs to do other than call you to schedule?
Yes, be ready to enjoy their trip.
Okay, perfect.
And I take care of everything.
And the best way to reach you would be WhatsApp?
It's by WhatsApp or my Facebook page.
Okay.
You know, by a private message. So those, you know, those could be the 2 ways.
The 2 ways.